Well, we're in the midst of high heat of summer, and it's time to do a little cooling down meditation. So, let's get comfortable. Find a nice place where you can sit and be undisturbed for about 12 to 15 minutes. A place where you can just relax with your back supported comfortably. And let's begin. Thank you for tuning in. This is Raven Dana, walking between the worlds. Bring your attention to your breath. And as you breathe, relax your breath. Allow it to become slower and deeper. Just sigh. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears and feel the air, your breath, rolling in and out of your body effortlessly. Notice the way your body rises up on the inhale and drifts gently down on the exhale. Relax. Feel your body settle down onto the surface beneath you. Allow your eyes to close and let yourself float on that sensation of breath, rising up and drifting down, easy, effortless, endless, like waves rolling to the shore and pulling back out. You feel yourself rise up and drift down. Every exhale allows you to relax more deeply. Your belly softens. You release your jaw. And you find yourself floating, quiet, your mind coming to a still place where you have space between thoughts. And in that space, images begin to rise around you. And you find yourself walking down a city street. It's a beautiful fall day. The breeze is cool and crisp. The sky is that special blue that only happens in the autumn. There are trees that line this street. And with every breath of the wind, leaves tumble and spiral. They dance in the street and on the road. And when a car goes by, they rise up as if they're happy to be tossed in the air again by the wind. And you smile as you walk. You're just out enjoying the scenery and the day. You see birds in the trees. They're doing their morning routine. There aren't very many people out, but you notice them. You smile at them if they pass you. You notice what they're wearing, their colors. And as you walk along, you come to the corner and notice that there's a little garden, a little green space, a triangle between streets where a tiny park sits. There's a fountain in the middle and a few trees and benches. And you cross the street into that little park and you have a seat on a bench facing the fountain. You listen to the water singing, burbling, whispering. And every now and then the breeze kicks up and you catch just a little bit of spray from that fountain. Behind it is a big maple tree, all decked out in its colors for the fall. A few of the leaves tumbling, but most of them still intact and just showing their brilliance in the morning light. You notice a few birds now landing, looking at the fountain, getting close enough to get a little drink of water. And you hear chattering and see two squirrels racing up and down that tree, chasing each other. And it makes you smile. They know you're looking at them now, and one of them races down the tree trunk, runs around the fountain, and shows up by your feet, looking up expectantly. And you know someone has been feeding the squirrels because you can see peanut shells on the ground near the bench. And you open up your hands to the squirrels as if to say, I have nothing for you. And that squirrel immediately begins to turn over those shells looking for a remnant, a bit of breakfast somewhere. And finds a little piece of nut and sits happily munching at your feet. What pleasure there is in the simple things. The cool breeze, the twittering of birds, the breakfast of a squirrel. And you swing your legs up onto that bench and you lie down and let yourself gaze up into the sky where clouds are moving pretty quickly. It must be even breezier up there. And they're moving and swirling and gorgeous in the early light. You feel so relaxed. And you sigh again, thinking, oh my goodness, I could fall asleep right here in this park on this bench, and it would be fine with me. And just then a bird lands right on the back of the bench and leans over and looks right down at you. And you smile up at that bird. And you just look at each other for a moment. You notice the eye movements, the colors of the feathers, the tiny little feet. And then it swoops away, flapping and flying, and disappears high up in that tree, in that maple. And you do close your eyes and let the breeze blow over you. You feel it ruffle your hair and caress your skin. And you breathe, breathing in the day. You begin to travel, to move on your breath gently, returning breath by breath, floating on the air that you breathe, up and away out of that little park, floating back into the body, into the room in which you rest, and into the moment, carrying back into your body that deep, spacious feeling of ease, of peace, of the pleasure of simple things around you. Effortlessly, you slide back into the moment, feeling relaxed and refreshed. And on the next breath, you allow your eyes to open. Thank you for walking with me on that beautiful fall day. Thanks for joining me. This is Raven Dana, walking between the worlds, and I'll see you next time.